Good morning. My name is Alexis Bremer from Boone County, Missouri, and I am proud to be a part of the American Royal here in Kansas City. Sure, I'm an exhibitor at the livestock show with my cattle, but my family's legacy at the American Royal can be traced back to 1904 when my great-great-grandfather Harris exhibited the Grand Champion Bull 4 years in a row. As a matter of fact, his champion Hereford bull named Repeater won so many times that the American Royal asked him to sit out for a year to give other breeders the chance to win. You can see a picture of the world record bull the next time you take a walk through the American Royal Museum. I hope that happens to me. I win the American Royal Steer Show so many years in a row that they asked me to step aside for a bit to let another 4-H or FFA kid have a chance to win. Wouldn't that be great? All kidding aside, I'm really excited to be here. There are a lot of you here today that are familiar with the American Royal, and there are many that are not. And you know what? That's okay. Did you know the American Royal has been an important part of Kansas City for 115 years? Yes, it started with the livestock show, but today it means so much more. Today's young people, so friends my age, are 3 generations or more away from the family farm. That means more and more kids don't know or don't want to know how important agriculture is, not only to Missouri, but to the United States as well. The American Royal can help teach people all across Kansas City area and those people that come to visit from across the world how important agriculture is to our nation. And that brings me to another thing that's important to the American Royal, you. You may be here because your boss made you come, or maybe you're here today because you want to learn more about the American Royal. Or maybe you're here today because you showed livestock at the American Royal as a kid and know how important the Royal is to young people in 4-H and FFA. That's why I am here. Business leaders like you are how and why the American Royal is still going after more than 100 years. That's how I came to meet Mr. Neil Patterson at the American Royal last year. My mom was talking to a woman on the Youth Livestock Auction Committee during the dinner before the auction, and my mom talked about me and my steer last year, Ray. Ray was pretty awesome. My mom told the woman that Ray was blind and he needed my help, especially in the show ring, to see where he was going. Well, that nice lady started telling everyone about the girl in the auction with the blind steer, and word got around to Mr. Patterson. I didn't know a thing about Mr. Patterson, about his business or anything. I just knew that a very nice man in a cowboy hat came looking for me and wanted to know about me and Ray. We talked and talked, and Mr. Patterson ended up buying my steer at the Youth Livestock Auction. Now remember, Neil had just set the record and bought the Grand Champion steer, and then turned around and bought mine. I later found out who Neil Patterson was. I mean, I'll be honest, I Googled him. It turns out Mr. Patterson and I are a lot alike, both farm kids from the Midwest that love the American Royal. I'm so thankful that my talkative mom told everyone she knew about me and Ray. Otherwise, Mr. Patterson and I would have never crossed paths. His generosity was amazing, and I used the money from last year's auction to purchase my steer for this year's American Royal next month, and he looks really good too. And maybe this year, I will have the Grand Champion steer, and Mr. Patterson and I can set a new record. I am very excited about the future of the American Royal, and I hope you are too. It is so important to remember how hard the 4-H and FFA kids work all year to make it to the American Royal. And I know with your help and the help of Mr. Neil Patterson, our hard work won't be forgotten. Please help me in welcoming a true friend of the American Royal, Mr. Neil Patterson.